Hi guys, it's been a while. Welcome back to my channel. So here I am, months later. I did say I was going to come back and it was going to be a phased return. So here I am, filming currently on my 32nd birthday. Can you believe it? 32. Cries in 21. But yeah, so today I'm going to film a makeup tutorial, birthday makeup. And I think we're going to go with the theme of my shirt. I've got a purple shirt on, so I'm thinking some nice purple vibes going on. And I thought I could film it for you guys. I'm currently away on holiday. So, without further ado, I've got some products with me today and I'm going to be using them. I'm just looking to make sure. Have I got any new products with me today? No. So, we're going to be just using favourites. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So we're going to start with primers. So I like to use two different types of primer on my skin. I have very sensitive dry skin, just so you know for preference what my skin type is, just in case you're the same as me and you're wondering what you're wearing. So all over the face, I like to use like a sticky primer, just so my foundation feels a bit more tacky, that sticks to it, but we don't want it to be that bad that it's gonna like make the dry patches really stand out. We don't want that. So today I'm going to use the Plouise Play It Cool primer. This is infused with hyaluronic acid and provides a refreshing cool sensation. It's a very cooling primer. It goes quite tacky on the skin, but not too tacky, if that makes sense. I like to go in these areas of my cheeks here and on my forehead and my chin with it, and then for around the nose and this little part here in between my eyebrows, I like to use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer. When I first purchased this, I wasn't keen on it because I used it all over my face and I was just like, girl, seriously, you've got dry skin, this does not work. With the Easy Blur foundation, it just looked awful on me, but I found this works fantastic with certain foundations that I own. But I like to just put it in here in the T-zone area, just near the nose, just above in between my eyebrows, and in any dry patches like here that I just want it to be matte. I don't want it to add any shine or add extra texture to that, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so that's what we're going to use. Again, this one is silicone free and it smooths, and it really does have a smoothing blurring effect. However, the only foundation I find that works fantastic for my skin with this all over the face is the NYX Bear With Me Blur foundation. That one and this is mwah, chef's kiss. Unfortunately, I don't have that foundation with me today, so I will be using another one. So let's get into it. So let's apply the Plouise primer first. Just a little bit here. Just move my hair out of the way. And then we're just gonna put that all over this part and just blend it into the neck area. Yeah, I tried one of those heatless headbands. It did a little something to my hair, but not a great lot. I looked absolutely crazy last night. It was so funny. I just got out of the shower, did my skincare, and I thought, I'll try this headband. And I tried it and my partner was like, what on earth have you got on your head? It was so funny, and we were just giggling about it for ages. It did nothing. I couldn't sleep with it in my hair properly, so I took it out. Then I put it in again and left it for 4 hours today. And it's made a little bit of a wave, but I wouldn't say I'm crazy about it, to be honest. I prefer my hair curlers, but again, I'm looking to get one of those heatless ones that are a bit like a Dyson. But I don't want to fork out the price of the Dyson or the Shark because they're just too expensive for me. Again, you know, I don't want anything that's going to be super expensive, you know. I'm not made of money, you know, none of us are in this day and age, my God. But, you know, basically, I just want one that's like a dupe. So if you do know a good dupe of the Dyson Airwrap or the Shark hair styler, please let me know, because I'm after one so bad. Because my hairdresser was telling me as well, my hair's a little bit damaged from using extensive heat, because I use those spiral curlers and they're really hot. But yeah, that's another disclosure actually. The last time you saw me, I was blonde. Yeah. Decided to go back to the dark side. I just feel like it suits me better because I mean my hair's dark brown anyway, so I just thought I'd just go a nice black, and it's just so shiny. I used the L'Oreal glycolic gloss treatment on it last night, and my hair's just so shiny. It's just a bit static at the minute because I've not styled it in the normal way that I normally would. But yeah. So then I'm just going to apply the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer just here. And then again on this side, get really into the pores there, and I'm just going to put a little bit on that bit there. And then just a tiny amount to my forehead. And then just a little bit on here where I get spots. We want that to be mattified. There we go. Yeah, so last time I came onto YouTube, I was talking to you about not feeling confident in myself and trying to find my way again. Yeah, I've been on a downward spiral, to be honest. I thought I was getting better. And then last week, should we say. I'm filming this in May 2025, just for disclosure. Yeah. About a week ago, I was doing something on Twitter, or X as it's called now, and just some random account, it was quite scary, it pulled up my personal information off my Facebook profile and started listing things and showing pictures of me and my partner and basically calling me horrible names. I won't say what he said because I don't want to be demonetized. But it wasn't very nice, and it put me on a massive downer, and I just felt really disgusting in myself. I had to go on to my Facebook profile and literally lock down all of my profile pictures and everything to do with my partner, and I've contacted a few websites as well to get my address taken down offline because it was online for some reason. I don't know why, but it's gone now, thank goodness me. So yeah. My plea to you guys is please, please, please look after yourself online. Please do be aware of what you're putting online, whether it's in regards to yourself, your partner, your family, your kids, whatever. Please, please keep yourself safe. It was such a scary experience for me. I was so terrified. I just stayed off Twitter for like a whole week. I've only just started posting, and I'm very reluctant to what I actually write on there. And yeah, one of the reasons why I will not say in this video where I am on holiday. I will post because I'm sure some of you may know, some of you might not know, but if you know of the band Grimfel, my partner is the lead singer of Grimfel. So yeah, I've got to basically, his band's quite popular at the minute, so they're just starting to really get out there, so I've got to protect myself, got to protect him, and yeah, so if you are online and you do post quite a lot, please, please, please keep yourself safe. There's so many idiots out there, so many idiots. If you can get a VPN to protect yourself, do that as well. Make sure you've got antivirus software, and please don't upload your bank details or anything dodgy like that. No bank details, no addresses. Don't put anything of your personal information online at all. And if you're a bit worried and you don't know, some websites are really funny. They really like try and sell your data to other people. So just, if you can, do a check. Do a check, and if you find your data online, contact someone, get it removed, protect yourself, guys. There's some seriously strange human beings out there. Anyway, I ended up reporting the account, and they said after everything they'd done to me, there was no violations. So it appears that trolls and nasty people can get away with it, but if you say something valid, you get blocked. It's happened to me before where I've told a troll, go away, leave me alone, and I've been blocked for it. And it's like, excuse me, but what's all that about? But yeah, So we're also going to go in with the Makeup Academy Pro Base Glow Dewy Makeup Fixing Spray, just to go over my primer, just to add that little bit of tackiness. Oh, that's lovely. I absolutely love this. I actually won this in a competition on the Superdrug community. I was in the Makeup Academy Masterclass, and I was one of the 5 people lucky enough to win a bundle, and I absolutely love this stuff. Mwah. When I run out, I will be purchasing another one because I absolutely love Makeup Academy products. So affordable, fantastic brand. So I'm just going to let that sink in. And then I'm just looking at what foundation. I've got miniature foundations with me today. They're so cute, honestly. They're like sample sized ones. They're so cute. But we're going to do brows. What brow stuff have I fetched with me? Let's have a look. So, oh yeah, this is one product I've been really loving. I got this in a mystery bundle that my partner bought me a couple of months ago. And I've only just recently started using it because I've got that many brow products. But this one, this is the Be Perfect Cosmetics Indestructible Brow Glue. It is so good. Like the brush, I'll show you the brush. Look at that. It's got like a comb and then like a straight flat side that you can push your brows down. I love it. So I'm going to use that today. I'm just going to grab a mirror just so I can see what I'm doing. So bear with me. I don't want to put too much product on here. There's so many launches coming out as well, makeup wise, this year, and I absolutely love it. Like every time I look on like the oh, what's that Instagram account? Is it Trending something? I can't remember is it Trend Mood and Beauty Radar. Shout out to both accounts, by the way. I love your accounts, incredible. But there's so many launches, like so many good makeup products coming out. Out of all the launches recently, what are you most excited about that's come out recently? Mine would be the Huda Beauty setting spray, the Easy Bake setting spray. I still need to get my hands on that, so I might pick that up soon. And I want the NYX, oh, what are they called? The highlighters, you know, the little buttermelt ones. I really want that buttermint one or whatever it's called. I just really love green highlighters. Like I've been after one for ages. Basically Makeup Revolution used to do a palette called Strobe Lighting Palette, and it was like 3 highlighters and one of them was like a nice white highlighter, but it had a green shift when you put it on your cheek, and it's so good on pale skin like mine. And then I saw that NYX had released a green highlighter, but it wasn't like super intense, and other than Rem Beauty with the Interstellar one, that's the only other one that I could find, and I really need to try it. I'm not even kidding. I just need that highlighter. So when it's available, I think it is available on TikTok shop now. I think I'll have to order it. I was also eyeing up the Unicorn Cosmetics, is it Bare Brows on the Go? It was like their little brow freeze, but in like a pen like this. I absolutely love the Bare Brows glue. I really need to get that one because I just love brow products. If you would have asked me this 5 years ago, what's your worst part of your makeup that you hate doing? I would have said brows, because I absolutely hated doing my brows because no matter how much I did them, I looked like a slug. It was awful. But now I would say brows are one of my favourite things to do in a makeup routine. I don't know, I just love putting the brow glue on and pushing my brows. I don't know, I'm a bit of a weirdo, what can I say? What's your least favourite part of your makeup routine? Put it in the comments. Let me know what you hate doing about your makeup, or a bit of makeup that you wish you were better at, that you need practice with maybe. Let's all help each other. Leave some good tips in the comments and let's answer some questions. Let's help each other get better at makeup. There's always room for improvement. practice makes perfect, and it doesn't matter how long you've been doing makeup, you've always got something more to learn. Even makeup artists learn on the job, you know. A lot of people ask me as well, are you a makeup artist? Well, can you come and do my makeup? And I'm like, no, I'm not a makeup artist, sadly. I don't have qualifications in makeup. I'm self-taught. I learnt myself. I've been wearing makeup since I was 12 years old, and over the years I've just been practicing and practicing and practicing, and then it got to something like 2016, and I just really wanted to make an account on Instagram, and I was just so scared to do it because I thought I'd face backlash from makeup artists and whatnot. And then it just became super popular where everybody were making accounts and saying that there were self-taught MUAs and things like that. And I'm just like, okay, I'm going to try it. And then I made an account in 2017, which got deleted because I forgot my password like an absolute idiot. And then I made this one that I've got now, and I've had that ever since. And oh my God, like, I don't regret it one bit. I just love it. I just love creating makeup and just uploading it and just looking back at it, because I can see over the years how I've improved and where I still need to improve on. And I would say right now, if I had to pick a fault with my makeup, I know you shouldn't pick faults with your own makeup, but it's how you learn, right? If I had to pick a fault, I would say I'm not the greatest at contouring. That's one area that I would love to improve on. 5 years ago, I would have said brows, but I do really think I've upped my brow game without tooting my own horn. I do think I'm a lot better at brows than I once were. So that's something. And the product that I'm going to run through my brows, now I've let the brow glue set. I'm just going to give that an extra little waft of cold air. There we go. And the brow pen that I'm absolutely, completely and utterly obsessed with. This has been out a long, long time, but I've only started recently using it over the last year or so. Is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pen in the shade Ebony. My God, I am so obsessed with this. Like, when I first bought it, it was quite dry, and I was like, this doesn't work. I shook it up and it still wouldn't work. So I put it back in my drawer, and I didn't use it for like 2 to 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks. And I was just like, I'm just going to continue using my Plouise Brow Beans palette, you know. And then I thought one day, oh, I need a pen. I need to do some extra strokes. And I picked this one up, and I've not put it down since. I mean, I've upgraded my Plouise palette now. I've now got the Signature Brow palette. That's the one with the creams and the powders, and I absolutely love the cream formula in that. And Ripta Brow Beans. She was decluttered last week. I've had that palette for 4 years. It was time for her to go, sadly. Right, so I'm not the best at showing you guys my brows, so if I do it like this, I'm just going to start from the tail end, and I'm just going to start filling in my brows. Oh, it's a bit pigmented. What's happened to this brush? Look at that. It's so weird. You see how easy this is just to fill it in? It's amazing. I'm just going to give it a quick shake up. And then what I like to do to the front of the brow, I go from the top to the bottom like this. Oh, I need to shake that again. Now I'm praising it, it's literally running out on me. Typical. You see? What a gorgeous brow. I love it. So I'll be back. I'm just going to go and do my other brow. I'm back. Both brows are done, so now I'm just going to carve them out at the bottom. Usually I would use the Plouise Base Pro, but I don't have that with me today. I have 2 concealers, but I don't know which one to use. These 2 concealers are my favourite concealers that I own. So I have the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Luminous Matte Concealer, and I also have the L'Oreal True Match Radiant Serum Concealer. I love these so much. Equally, I can't tell you. This one is just so smoothing under the eyes, and this one is just chef's kiss. So I think today I'm going to go with the L'Oreal. So I'm just going to grab a flat brush. This one, I have no idea what this is. I've had this brush for so long that it's come off the end, but it's actually a Plouise flat brush. I can't tell you what number because the numbers came off. Right, I'm just going to scoop a bit of concealer onto my hand, and then I'm just going to carve out my brows underneath, and then start putting some primer onto my eyelids. I'm going to use it as eyeshadow primer as well because I don't like eyeshadow primer. I normally use Plouise Base Pro, as I said, or if I don't have that, I just use regular concealer. Obviously with the Plouise Base Pro, you're going to get the super pigment eyeshadow, but again, concealers just do the same thing, but just not as high saturated. I've heard people say, oh, the Base Pro and, you know, the Rumour base is overrated. It's like, no, don't knock a product till you've tried it, honestly. Plouise went viral for that product for a reason. It broke the internet. Like, it made her who she is today. I'm not even joking when I say Base Pro is definitely not a product that you want to skip on. If I run out of like a Base Pro, or because I always buy the Base Pro because it's just the biggest bottle, but like if I run out of the Rumour base, I start panicking. Even though I've got concealer that I can use and that's all fine and well, I start panicking and I literally just run to Plouise.com and I'm just like, I need Base Pro. I always have to have some in my makeup collection. I just can't be without it. It is seriously good. I'm absolutely stupid for forgetting it today, but we've got concealer, so it'll be fine. But just know, I absolutely love Base Pro. Now my eyes are primed and my underbrows are carved, I'm going to move on to eyeshadow. Some people literally carve out the top of the brows as well. I don't do this because it just makes me look like I've got blocked brows and I don't like that personally. So I'm now going to have a look at what eyeshadow I'm going to wear. I have two eyeshadow palettes with me currently, and I have a new palette actually. When I said I didn't have any new products, I lied. Sorry. I actually do have a new palette, but I also have with me one of my favourites, which is the Huda Beauty Purple Haze palette. I think I've done a TikTok using this one before, a couple of years ago anyway, and that's just super duper sparkly. Oh, look at that. But I'm thinking of just using one of the shimmer shadows out of this and using the new Fine palette. So this one is, do you know what? It's not got a name on it. But it's just the mini palette. It's stunning. Look at that. So you've got 4 neutral shades and then 2 high impact shimmers. I've used this once, but I've only used like one of the shimmer shades just all over the lid. So I think I'm going to give the matte shades in this palette a go. So I think I might do a nice brown smoky-ish eye and then add some purple glitter from the Huda palette on top. I think that's what we'll do today. Just have a look. Where's my blending brush? Is that clean? No, that's got shimmer all over it. Okay. Just grab my brush cleaner. If you guys don't already know about ISO Clean, you probably do because it's everywhere, but I carry this everywhere with me. This is just like the standard 110 ml, but this stuff is absolutely incredible just for cleaning your brushes on the go. I always carry a bottle with me if I'm taking makeup anywhere and I need to clean my brushes on the go. It's just a quick spritz and it just gets off any excess eyeshadow or glitters or whatever, like blush or whatever you've got on your brushes at the end. Just gives them a nice little spritz, you know, just a nice little clean while you're out and about, because I don't know about you, but I don't like dirty brushes. And we all know dirty brushes causes blemishes and spots and just disgusting for your skin, to be honest. It just clogs your skin. So why not just carry a spray brush cleaner and just clean your brushes as and when needed. Right, so just give that a quick drying on here. There we go. One clean brush. So I'm just going to go in with my Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde brush. Sounded Welsh there, brush. I'm just going to go in with my Mercury Retrograde brush set. And we're going to use the fine. I'm going to use the darkest shade, which is this one first, just in the crease. And then we can blend it out with a lighter brown. We'll see how this goes. So let me just angle myself so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to start in the inner corner here, just pat it down like that, as you can see, just like that. And then I'm just going to slowly start to buff that out and bring it inwards. Blended, it looks something like this. So now I'm just going to get one of the lighter shades and just sort of transition it in a little bit. So I'm just going to get the, not the lightest shade, but the lightest one next to it. And I'm just going to go slightly above, and I'm just going to blend that one into my crease, just so we've got a nice light brown that's transitioning into. As you can see, I've now got two nice brown colours in my crease. Blended just like that. Love it. So then we are now going to go in with the lightest shade and just pack some on the bottom here. Grab the other side and just blend that right into the middle. As you can see, that's starting to transition into a nice gradient. And then I'm just going to get the darkest shade again, and I'm just going to go back over the corner and just blend that in just a little bit more, just to make it just a tad darker. Blend, blend, blend. Can you see? I know you can see I have a small dry patch here. I hate my skin sometimes. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can really do with that, so we'll just have to pretend it's not there. But it's real skin, guys. It's real skin. It's not filtered. We are real skin here. As you can see. As you can see, that's a beautiful blend. Love it. So, oh, my allergies. So now I'm going to go and repeat the process on this side, and I'll be back. So we've got even base on both sides. So now we just need to get another brush, a smaller brush, if I can find one. Please tell me I've packed a smaller one. Yep, and I just need to give this one a little bit of a clean as well. Just give that a little bit of a spritz. Don't want you falling. You nearly fell off my table there, guys. Stay safe. Just give this brush a quick dry. have it. So I'm just going to use another Huda Beauty brush from the same collection. This is just a smaller brush. Looks a little bit, oh, still looks a bit, oh, it's just a bit discoloured on one side, but it's clean. So now we're going to do the under eyes, but I'm just thinking, do I add a bit of purple just for a pop? Do I be spontaneous? Yeah, I've got a dark purple in the corner. I'm just going to add that a little bit of purple to my bottom lash line, just to add a pop of colour, you know, even though we're going to go in with a glitter. What do we think? Just a nice pop of purple on the bottom. And then we'll just do the same to this side. I know it might look a little bit crazy right now, but it'll all come together. I do apologise guys if you can hear noise or anything like that. There is cars going past again. We are on holiday, so you know, while it's quiet there is traffic, and if you do hear music it'll be my partner. Even though he's on holiday, he's still making music for the band. So he's just in the lounge. So if you do hear music guys, you're not going mad, I promise. There we go. So we've had a nice pop of purple on the lower lash line. So now we need to decide what purple we're going to wear on top. So in this palette we have like a nice kind of rose goldy kind of purple shade. We've got a nice bright lilac-y pink shade. We've got a dark purple shade which has not got much glitter in it, and then you've got these two shimmery purple ones. Let me just have a look. Let me just put that light shade on my hand. Ooh, sparkle, sparkle. Ooh, look at that. Oh, I really like them. Just realised that was the most awkwardest angle to show you guys. I think I'm going to try these lighter shades just to see what they look like. I can always use a different one if it's not working or anything. So I'm just going to add a little bit of setting spray to the little applicator, and then if it doesn't do what I want it to do, I'll just apply it with my finger. So let's just get some of this glitter. I'm going to go with the dark purple shade first, and then we can have the light purple on top. Ooh. We're not going to add it all the way across, just like a half crease from the inner corner of the eye just to the middle of the crease. Oh, can you guys see that? How stunning is that? Can you guys see? We've now got some purple glitziness going on. So I'm now just going to put a little bit of this rose goldy kind of shade on top just to see how it layers. Just going to just scatter it across slightly. Like a layered effect. Oh, that's looking beautiful. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab that brush that we used before. I'm just going to dab into the darkest shade from the Fine palette and just go over it again. Just go over the corners, just to blend into the glitter. Can you guys see that? I love that. I think we've made a really, really nice, neutral but shimmery look. So yeah, I like the quality of this cute little fine palette. I'm so glad I fetched that with me. Such a nice on-the-go palette, you know. I was planning on using it on Thursday because I'm going down to see my parents, and I was just going to do like a nice smoky eye, but we've used it today, so the chances are I'll probably just wear something else. I've got to go and dye mum's hair for her. Said I would do it. My dad's cutting her hair today for her, so I'm going to go down and dye her hair. She has her hair black like me. She's got, oh excuse me, yeah, she's got the Schwarzkopf XXL Live dyes. That's the dyes that I will be redoing my hair with. I had my hair done at the hairdresser's. While I love the cut, I didn't really particularly happy with the amount of dye they put on. Every time I'm washing my hair, the dye's coming out and I can just see more and more greys in my roots, and I can still see slight strands of blonde. So in the next couple of weeks before I go and get my hair trimmed, I think I'm literally gonna get some of the XXL Lives for myself and just go over my own hair. And then when I go back and they say, do you want your roots doing, I'm just gonna be like, no, no thank you, just give me a trim and a blow dry and I'm good to go. It's just easier for me to manage. Right, so we're now moving on to mascara. I'm just going to use my eyelash curlers. Like I mentioned to you in last video, which was last year. Wow, I hate eyelash curlers. I'm still scared of them. I am using them gradually though, because they do help my lashes, because as I've got older my lashes have kind of gone downwards, so I'm just still afraid of them, to be honest, but they do help. This eyelash curler is not the best shape for my eyes though. I do need a smaller one. I want the Shiseido one because Morgan Turner was saying on her YouTube channel that the Shiseido one's better for smaller eyes. So I think I need to try that. So I have two mascaras with me today. Both L'Oreal. I just love L'Oreal. What can I say? This one is my all-time favourite mascara in the entire world. I will purchase this one over any mascara I've ever used in my entire life. Dramatic, I know, but it's my favourite. And that is the Telescopic Mascara by L'Oreal. The reason being is the brush. I absolutely love the way that this applies. Look how thin that brush is. It's a plastic wand, but it really, really captures all your lashes and just pushes them up. It dries super quick, but you can go over it again without it going clumpy. So I really love that one. And then this one is the Volume Million Lashes All Night Black Mascara. Now, do you remember the Million Lashes? They rebranded it. It's now called Panorama. But it used to be just Million Lashes because I used to use that one, but they've rebranded it as a Panorama mascara, I think. This one is kindly gifted to me by L'Oreal, so thanks again L'Oreal. I've been using this constantly. They sent this to me just before Christmas. I know you're not supposed to have mascaras that long, I get it. Some people will be like, oh, you shouldn't be using that, but I've got my own rules, you know. I'll take my own risks, thank you. But yeah, so that's the kind of brush with that one. I really like this mascara. It's just really hard to get off because it's like super, it's like, yeah, it's basically jet black mascara, like super intense black. So I'm not going to use that one today, but I just love it. That was literally gifted to me by L'Oreal. I am going to use the one that I purchased myself, which is the Telescopic Mascara, because it's just I just love this thing for existing, you know. I'm just so glad that over the years they've not discontinued it, because it's one of my favourites. Well, my favourite ever. Even above any high-end mascara I've tried, this is still my favourite. Yeah, I used to get the one in the black tube, which was like I think the extreme black, but I've just started getting this normal, the normal black one, because the other one was just too difficult to remove. So, I do like a good brown mascara as well. But since I've dyed my hair black again, I don't see the point in me wearing brown mascara, because you can't really see it because I've got dark brows, dark hair. It just doesn't show up. So I'll just stick to my black mascara. I like the look of the Sky High mascaras in the different colours. I think they're really unique. I love that coloured mascaras coming back, but they're a bit too bold for me, I think. Yeah, you can get blue ones, burgundy ones. I bet the burgundy ones look good in like natural lighting and things like that. I've got the original Sky High in black, but I've not tried any of the other colours. I've noticed they've just released a green one as well. Looks quite funky. Be great if you had green eyes, obviously. If you did like a really gorgeous like smoky eye with like a green glitter and like a green mascara, that would look bomb. As you can see, my eyelashes are just downward, but if I look up, you can see how good this mascara is. I'll just leave that to set on the eye now, just to go quite tacky. Be applying false lashes anyway, so we don't need the mascara to look too fantastic. See what I'm saying? You can now see my lashes, and that's like just pushing them up a tad. I love this mascara so much. Right, so we're going to leave that to dry. We don't want any more coats of mascara on because we're putting some lashes on, so that'll do. We're going to leave the mascara to dry for now, and then I'm going to just add another layer of the setting spray just over my primer, because we're getting ready to put some foundation on in a minute. I'm just going to get some lashes and put some lash glue on. So I've got 2 pairs of lashes with me today. I've got 2 pairs of Eldora lashes, which I absolutely love. I discovered Eldora lashes around 2016 and I just love them as a brand. I have some handmade lashes in the style H151. They're quite, what's the word? They're quite wispy and natural. These are also vegan friendly. They're not made out of animal hair or anything like that. They're completely cruelty free. But yeah, they're quite natural looking, which I don't think they'll go with this look, to be fair, because this looks kind of hello purple. And then this is a new one for me, because I've used that many in this style that I had to repurchase another one. Because at first there was part of I think it was some kind of Pixie or something collab. It was in such a beautiful box, the first one that I bought, but I've repurchased them since, and they're in like a yellow box. And these are also vegan friendly, because these are the Forks Mink collection. So yeah, they use fibres that mimic real mink, but it's not mink. So this is a style Fairy Dolly. They are my absolute favourite lashes. Like, if I would say I had to pick a favourite style of lash out of all the lashes and lash brands I use, this is my absolute favourite. There's quite a few Doll Beauties that I'm obsessed with as well, to be fair, but yeah, Fairy Dolly wins for me. This is my favourite. And this is a new pair for me, because the other one, I've used them that much and cleaned them that much that like the bands snapped on them. So I am just going to size them now. I'm going to put some glue on and I'm going to measure them to size, because I do cut my lashes slightly, because like I say, I've got like small rounded kind of eyes. So I do need to cut them slightly. just grab that. Let me just measure them against my eyes, just to see how much needs cutting. Yeah. So I'm just going to grab, where did the scissors go? There they are. I'm just going to cut them down to size. So I usually cut off to about there. And then that one's going to be a bit pokey in my eye, so I'm just going to trim that one down. Now let's do it for size. Let's have a look. Perfect. Just put some glue on. So with Lash glue, there's two glues I use. I don't just use any glue. I don't like duo glue, and there's quite a few others that irritate my eyes. So the only two glues I use are Huda Beauty strip lash glue, which I don't have with me today, and the other one is Eylure London, which is the 8-hour clear lash glue, and it's latex free as well, so it doesn't irritate my eyes. So I've got that one with me today. They also do some absolutely amazing lashes. I remember when I left school and Girls Aloud was like the height of everything. They were like the biggest girl band ever, and they'd released like a lash collection with Eylure London, and I was like, oh my god, I need these lashes. And then Cheryl did the same thing. She released them, and I remember when I bought them, I was like going around telling everyone like, yay, I've got the same lashes as Cheryl Cole. They were the times. Absolutely loved them. I just loved collecting them. Just crazy. Right, just gonna let that go tacky, and then I'm gonna trim the second lash. So I took off to about there, didn't I? There we go. Size that bit down a little bit. Put some glue on, and then we're ready to go. So I'm now gonna just apply these lashes. So just gonna line that up. See that? Oh, obviously when they dry I can push them down a little bit more. I just love these lashes. They're just so in your face. Glam. I love it. Absolute love them. Just stick the other side. And we're back. There we go. And that's the Fairy Dolly lashes. I'm obsessed with them. Okay, so now we've got lashes on. I don't do my under eye mascara until I've got powder on, because it's just easier. It's just easier that way, just to, if you make a mistake while the powder's on, it's just easier to get off without it staining your eyes. So we're now moving on to foundation. I have two mini foundations with me today, as I mentioned. I have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation sample in the shade 3.5. And I also have the Max Factor Miracle Pure Skin Reset 2-in-1 Serum Foundation. That's a right mouthful. But yeah, I love both these foundations. They're absolutely gorgeous. I think today I'm going to go with Max Factor and wear this one, just because I've only worn this the once, so I want to give it some more wear time. I wore Giorgio Armani on my last makeup look that I uploaded, so I'm not going to wear the same foundation twice in a week, so I like to give all my other foundations a good shot. So to apply this, I'm going to use a beauty blender, and I might use a brush, but we'll see. So I'm just going to distribute some of this onto my hand and then sort of blend it onto my face. because it's quite serumy. It's very liquidy, this foundation, so it's quite messy to apply. Just like I say, I've got it all over me as it is. I've just put that onto my face. I'm just going to spritz my face with setting spray, just so that when I'm pushing it into my skin, it's setting as well. So, just going to start to blend. I don't know why this looks yellow on camera. I think it's just the lighting. I promise you I don't use yellow foundation. Just going to get my mirror. I can't see in this camera. There we go, I'm back. Got my mirror. I always drop things. Typical of me. There we go. So I'm just going to apply the concealer, and now the foundation is on. So I'm going to use again the L'Oreal True Match concealer. I just love this concealer so much. I always put just enough just to cover the bags under my eyes, and then just a little scoop with whatever's on the brush. That's just for the same side. And then again in the centre of my forehead. I'm going to use my contour, which is the Made by Mitchell Liquid Blush in the shade Hollow there. This is the bronzed version. I'm just going to do bronzer slash contour, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to add this to the sides of my head. Sides of my nose. Just a little bit to my cheeks. There's no point me contouring or doing anything to my jaw because, let's face it, no contour product's going to hide this double chin. Right, okay, so I'm just going to grab a bronzer brush. And then we're just gonna blend. So we're blending in the bronzer. Then I'm gonna take my beauty blender again, because I like to blend out my concealer with a beauty blender because it's very blurring. So now I'm just gonna blend my concealer. You can see my eyes are so much brighter. Obviously, concealer does crease. It doesn't matter who you are. No powder's going to absolutely 100% get rid of creasing, but it can minimise it. Just so you know, real skin, no filters. So then I'm going to add another spritz of setting spray just to lock all that in together. And then we're going to go in with a cream blush, and the cream blush that I'm going to be using today is the Pretty Fly Cream Melt by Doll Beauty in the shade Let's Get Wavy. This looks like this. Such a beautiful, like, corally baby pink. I absolutely love Doll Beauty. Their products are just game changers. Not only are they fantastic with lashes, but they have the most gorgeous blushes ever. The lip liners are just so creamy and easy to work with. And then they've got this new liquid highlighter, and oh my word, when I tried it I was like, wow. It's just basically like an all over glow illuminator. It is stunning. Which brings me to tell you guys, if you would like to try anything from Dull Beauty, well, the rebrand sale is still going on. If you put all your items to cart, whatever you like, and add in the code Siobhan Makeup Artistry in caps, that will get you in between 10 to 20% off your order. It just depends when you see this video. Sometimes on a weekend I will put up on a story because I'm working with Dull Beauty, and if Dull Beauty contact me and say, you guys can have 20% off this weekend, then I will obviously let you know. But for the most part, it's 10%. You do get 10% off your orders, which is not too shabby, eh? So the products are really cheap at the moment because they're rebranding the packaging. So if you want to grab your favourites in the current packaging with an extra 10% off, what are you waiting for? Off you go. Obviously, like, watch the rest of this video first. But yeah, Dull Beauty have the most incredible products. I absolutely love them. I do have another shade of this Pretty Cream Melt, which is called Beach Please, but it's like the darkest, vividest pink. I only tend to wear that when I've got a darker foundation on, because I don't wear fake tan personally because I'm terrified of it. Absolutely terrified of it. It even goes patchy on me. But yeah, I'm just terrified of it. I have elf anxiety, and all the stuff that I read about fake tan, it's just not worth my anxiety, to be honest. If I want to look a little bit darker, I usually go maybe 1 or 2 shades darker in my foundation and just match it up to my neck. Also, I like to add a bit of blush on my forehead as well sometimes, just for a bit of colour. I had one comment on one of my YouTube shorts a couple of weeks ago. Somebody said to me, why do you put blusher on your forehead? And I'm like, well, I know that's your opinion and you're only asking me, but it's because I like to. There's no need to troll me for it, you know? Kindness costs nothing. Remember to be kind, guys. If you're going to comment on my videos, I'd appreciate it if you were kind. So just remember that, guys. Any negativity, I won't respond, and I'll just delete your comments because I don't want my YouTube to be a negative space. We don't like bullying, and we don't like people bringing other people down. And don't say it's constructive criticism, because at the end of the day, whether you mean it to be constructive criticism or not, if the person doesn't take kindly to what you're saying and they take it in the wrong way, then it upsets them. Then that's still valid. That's still classed as attacking them if they've not asked for it and you've gone ahead and said it anyway. So yeah, if I don't ask you, what do you think of me applying blush to my forehead, etc., what do you think of me doing this, this and this, don't comment, you know? If you don't like my video, just scroll on. Like I say, we don't do negativity on this channel. Any negative comments, any bullying towards me or anyone on my channel in the comments, if I come across it or anybody alerts me, it will be deleted and you will be blocked and banned from my channel, because we're all about positive vibes here. Positive vibes. But yeah, oh, this blush. Even this blush is blurring. Look at that. Woo. Love it so much. I think it has something to do with the Huda Beauty Easy Blur primer we've put underneath. The products just layer so well together. I love that. I really do love that. So I'm just going to go over again. There we go. I probably used too much setting spray, but who cares? So the next thing we're going to use is some setting powder. However, I do not like to use too much powder because, you know, super sensitive, dry skin girly, powder just makes us look even more dry. So I'm just using it just to basically set the concealer under my eyes. So I've got my giant Plouise powder puff, and the powder I'm going to be using today is become all of a sudden one of my favourites. Obviously my OG favourite is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake powder, but second for me is the HNB Soft Focus Loose Powder. I absolutely love this, and I only discovered this brand through Jordan Lipscomb. I wouldn't have known this brand existed if it wasn't for her, so I do appreciate her showing us all the goods. Cheers, babe. So yeah, I absolutely love this powder. I do have their foundation and concealer, and I must say they're super blurring on the skin and beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm just gonna set my under eyes, nothing too crazy, like I say. I don't wear too much. I usually just get a bit of powder on the back of my powder puff and then I just pat it off at my hand just to get any excess powder off, because like I say, I only want the smallest amount under my eyes just to keep my concealer in place and stop it from literally peeling and coming off. Then I'll just set on my forehead where I've added concealer, on the tip of my nose where it usually gets dry and starts to peel, and then just a tiny bit on my chin just to make sure my blemishes don't come back on sale. So yeah, so we just put a little bit of powder there. I don't bake with powder anymore because there's no point. I literally just use my powder puff just to set it in place. So now I've done that, I can now add some mascara to my bottom lashes and then the eyes are complete. So I'll do that quickly now. Oh, I've just been sat here talking with a piece of eyeshadow in the corner of my eyes, guys. So fun. Yeah, so my birthday's been completely different this year. Last year was ruined by a few events, which I can't talk about on YouTube or on social media because everything's calm and I don't want to rock the boat. You know, I'm over all that. But this year, it's just me and my partner on holiday. No stress, no drama, no work, nothing. Just me and my partner, and it's been absolutely amazing. I've just been chilling out all day, listening to James Arthur's new album, Pisces, which, oh my God, guys, it is amazing. Honestly, like, I will recommend James Arthur to everyone and their nana. I'm not even joking. He is my favourite artist on this planet, besides my partner, obviously. Like, my partner's also one of my favourite artists because I'm biased, obviously. But James Arthur, love that guy to pieces. He knows that too, I've told him. I love James Arthur and I've got all of his albums. I'm a massive, massive fan. I'm part of the Jamie. Shout out to Jamie if you're watching this, guys. I love you all. But yeah, if you haven't heard James Arthur's new album, Pisces, go listen. If you haven't heard of James Arthur at all, who the hell are you and where have you been? All joking aside, if you haven't heard of him, please go check him out and listen to his music because he's incredible. I just love that album. My favourite song has got to be Embers. I love Embers so much. But yeah, I can't play it because I'll get demonetized, so go check him out. Go to Spotify and listen to his album. And if you love it, go buy it. It helps him with his sales. You're welcome. James, just hire me. I'll be your PR team. But yeah. So we're just applying some mascara on the bottom lashes now, just to complete the eye look, and then we can move on to some highlight. But yeah, so again, we've just had a quiet day. I've just been listening to James Arthur. My partner didn't sleep very well last night, bless him. So we had a little nap this afternoon. So I was just doing a few bits and bobs, just keeping the place tidy where we're staying at. And then I just had James Arthur's Pisces album on and just chilling. So once I've done this makeup look, I'm not going anywhere fancy. I'm staying in. I just want to look good. A girl's got to look good on her birthday, right? But yeah, so I'm literally just going to help my partner make tea. We're going to have some birthday cake. And then my parents want to see the place we're staying at, so I'm going to give them a video call tonight as well, just to show my parents around. But yeah, I've had a really good birthday. Definitely better than last year. Last year was just awful. Everything that went wrong, could have gone wrong for me last year, went wrong. It was awful, dreadful. My partner was so upset last year because he was like, I wish there was something I could do to make your birthday better. I really do. Because we were just stuck indoors. We had no money to go anywhere. It was just one of them hard up weeks where you're just like, oh, no money, nowhere to go. All the bills had come out that week. And then we had nowhere to go. So we just basically stayed in. I made a roast dinner. and we just basically stayed in last year. We had a roast dinner, and then all the horrible events what I was telling you about happened. I broke down in tears. I was depressed all day. And when I say depressed, I'm not just saying that. I do have depression, so I'm not taking the mess out of anyone that's got depression. I'm one of them people, so I'm not just saying that. And I know how serious it is, and I know some people just use it in passing, so I'm not doing that, I promise. But yeah, I was just so upset, crying my eyes out. I went to bed early that night, and I was just like, wow, this has been one of the worst birthdays that I've had in years. And then, yeah, I said to my partner, next year, I want a better birthday, because I never want to feel this rubbish again. And here we are, on holiday, chilling, just chilling out, relaxation, in a nice quiet place. Not at work for a week, so I'm not stressed out with emails and thinking about stuff, so yeah. Because as you guys may or may not know, makeup artistry and content creating is not my full-time job, sadly. I wish it was, and I'm hoping that one day I can be, once I've got enough brands that I want to work with, and you know, I'm earning enough to comfortably work as a content creator full-time. That day will come, I'm manifesting it. But yeah, I do have a full-time customer service office job, so it's like half and half. We do half at home, half in the office, and it's a stressful job. I love the people I work with, they're really nice people, but the job itself is just, ugh, not the greatest. But yeah, so we're now going to be moving on. I have 3 different types of highlighters with me. I've got the Iconic Illuminator, the mini one. I've got the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer, which is meant to be mixed. It's not a highlighter, that one, but I use it as one. And then I've got the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Glotion, which is, I think I'm going to use that, because this one's just like, it just goes over anything, this one. It doesn't mess up your makeup, so I'm going to use the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Glotion in the shade Light Glow 902. I'll just put a little bit onto the side of my hand. I don't use a brush for this. Just dab, and then I just dab my cheek, push it all the way up just above my brow into my temple. Can you see that? Oh, but I do love using it as a highlighter. Add a little bit to my nose. Ooh. Glow, baby, glow. And just a little bit on each side of my forehead. And then I'm just going to go over my blush with a powder blush, I think, just to make it just a little bit more blushy, but not too blushy. That's not even a word. Oh my god, I need to work on it. But yeah, I'm just going to add over the top the NARS Orgasm blush. This is just a mini that NARS sent me, so thank you, NARS. I love you guys, by the way. If you ever see my video, reach out. Reach out, guys. Put me on your PR list. I love you. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of powder blush. Not too much, just a little bit on each side. There we go. Sorry if you can hear my partner in the background. His phone's just rang, so I do apologise. But yeah, so I'm just adding a little bit of powder blush just to set the cream blush. But woo, I am looking fresh. So now I'm just going to... That's not the one with the stuff on it, is it? Okay. So I'm just going to wipe my mouth. There we go. Just get any foundation off my mouth. So the lip products that I've brought with me today, I think I'm going to go with, I was going to do like a nice bright purple, but I think it's just too much purple. So I'm going to use the NARS Power Matte Lipstick in the shade American Woman. This is just a baby mini that I got in a set for Christmas off my partner. How cute is that? But it's such a nice formula. So I'm going to use that. And I've got a Huda Beauty lip liner here in the shade You Go Girl. Yeah, you go girl, it's your birthday. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to just use that first. Just added the lip liner in the shade You Go Girl. Love Huda Beauty lip liners, they're so good. Like I say, at the moment they're £3.50, but you can also get a little bit extra off with my code, which will be linked in the description down below. And then, I'm not sure if it was recording, but the lip product that I'm going to use is the shade. So I'm just going to add that. I've just blurred the lip liner just so it looks like this, and then I'm just going to add the lipstick in the centre. How good does that look? Whew. I don't know about you guys. I know everybody's obsessed with like the glossy lips, but I've always been a matte lipstick kind of girl. I just love it. So I'm going to do one more spritz of setting spray, and then that's my lot. And then just grab my bronzer brush. And then I'm just going to put a tiny bit of powder bronzer on before we complete this look. And I'm going to use the GLOwish Huda Beauty Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. I'm so sad that they've discontinued the GLOwish line. A lot of people absolutely hated this formula, but I actually really like it. I don't like the GLOwish eyeshadow palettes and the lip balms. They weren't great. But I do love the skin tint and the blushes and the powder, so I'm sad that they've discontinued it. But yeah, I'm just going to use that just on my cheeks just to seal in the bronzer. Like I say, not too much, just a little bit. There we go. And let me just take out these clips. Again, my hair doesn't look the greatest. I need to curl it properly. I need one of them hair tool things, then it'd look better. But yeah, this is the finished look. What would you rate this makeup look out of 10? I'm going to give it a strong 7.5. Doesn't look, it's not the greatest makeup look, but it's not the worst, but it does match what I'm wearing. So there you go. Let me know what your thoughts are on the products that I've used. Any of the products that I've used today, any of your favourites. Tell me why you love them, or if you hate them, tell me why you don't like them. Why didn't they work for you? What are your favourite products? What am I missing from this look? What would you have added if you was me? But yeah, here's my birthday makeup look. Thank you so much, guys, for coming back onto my channel and watching me. I do appreciate it. I've missed you all so much. I have been posting little reels and whatnot, and shorts, or whatever you call them, reels, shorts. I have been posting them, and I do appreciate the responses, the love that I've got on them. So thank you so much. If you've managed to make it all the way to the end of this video, I would really appreciate it if you could leave me a like and subscribe if you want to, no pressure. But again, if you want to see more videos from me, more shorts, more me waffling on while applying some makeup, then please do follow me, subscribe. All of my socials will be linked in the description box, along with my Huda Beauty discount code, and any products that you want me to link, I will do. I'll try and remember everything I've used and link it in the description box for you. But again, until next time, guys, I will leave another video of the tour where we are after this video, so hit the notification bell if you want to be alerted when I post again. Love you all, and thank you for sticking by me. Bye.